Let's cross now to Strasbourg, and we can speak to Wajid Khan, who is a member of the European Parliament from Britain's Labour Party. He joins us now live. Thanks so much for speaking to us. I just need to know first what you make of what is happening back home in the UK right now, and the resignation primarily of Dominic Raab.
Well, it's a bizarre situation we're seeing with the resignation of the second time the Brexit minister has resigned following David Davis. This is significant. We had a junior minister this morning. Fair enough, obviously he's still a minister, but this Brexit minister resigning has absolutely dented Theresa May's plans to move forward in getting support. She may have got support in the cabinet, and again with at least 10 ministers opposing the situation, the deal, her version of events, and even though there's been dissent, she's got it through because of collective responsibility. However, it's looking like it's going to be an agonising battle between the government and Parliament when this vote comes to the House of Commons.
And what about from the EU's perspective, where you are? Had you seen this at least as some progress in moving toward this draft proposal I'm talking about, in moving toward that orderly Brexit that we're hearing about in the EU?
Well, one of the clear perspectives provided by the EU, from day one they've provided their framework of negotiation, and they've had a clear plan. Unfortunately, the UK government only finalised Chequers deal in July this year, so this has been a terrible waste of time in negotiating, and the Prime Minister spent much of her time negotiating with either the DUP or the Cabinet. The EU have been firm and consistent from day one, and this idea that the EU are punishing the UK is wrong. They've always been consistent. They've always had their red lines. They've always had their interest of the EU 27, and things haven't changed. However, they have been very dignified in the way they've concluded the negotiations, the technical negotiations over the last few days, and that's been widely appreciated by EU leaders, be it prime ministers or presidents or foreign ministers, in the fact that there has been an agreement, a collective agreement to move forward. And the idea is clear. EU knows it's in their interest to have a good and positive relationship with the UK and vice versa. And if you negotiate with that interest to move forward in relation to future trade cooperation and just future connectivity within the continent, then it's going to be a positive perspective. But however, the issue now, the problem isn't with the EU, it's with the UK government and how Theresa May is going to be moving this forward. And let's be clear about this. This is a dodgy deal in relation to the fact that this could be absolutely, as Dominic Raab said, for the Brexiters, no limit in relation to the customs union, which they don't want to be going down that road. But for us, for myself as a Labour Party, I've always said that there always should be an option, all options should be on the table. So that general election is looking like it may be closer, or even another referendum on the final deal. But one thing that's really significant, she said yesterday on the steps in Downing Street, was it wasn't just no deal or this deal. She even mentioned the third way, which is possible, the possibility of Brexit being stopped.
Right, okay. Wajid Khan, we will leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us live there from European Parliament in Strasbourg.